Hello, music fans everywhere, and welcome to the Scandals of 74, your friendly local radio show that reads questions about the president's current troubles sent in by music fans all over the country and answered musically by our famous talking jukebox. And now, here's our first one from Salt Lake City. When is it that the president makes all these horrible decisions that have our country in such a turmoil today? And from New York City, what did the special prosecutor tell Mr. Nixon his real problem was?
You're cheating hard.
Bangor, Maine writes, how does the president feel about what the media is doing to him today? El Paso, what instructions does the president give his personal aides each morning?
Make the world go away.
From Dallas, if the president is impeached, what will he become?
King of the road.
From Seattle, how does the president sum up his present situation?
I've got a tiger by the tail.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin, what does the president have to say about all the election promises he failed to keep?
I never promised you a rose garden.
Butte, Montana, if the president resigns, how many right decisions would that make for him?
One in a row. One in a row.
Buffalo wants to know how Mr. Nixon feels about John Dean today.
Big bad John.
Pocatello writes in, what is the idea behind the president's Stonewall delaying tactic?
If we make it through December.
Gila Bend, Arizona wants to know if the president has any friends left. Who are they?
Old dogs.
Las Vegas, in the early days of Watergate, what important question did Mr. Nixon ask John Dean?
Did you see what happened?
And John Mitchell?
Did you see what happened?
And Jeb Magruder?
Did you see what happened?
And John Dean's answer?
Yeah, I did.
And from Dallas, what are Martha Mitchell's thoughts about her husband at this time?
He thinks I still care.
How is the president coping with all this tremendous pressure?
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
From Rhode Island, what is the president's current opinion of himself? Connecticut wants to know if John Mitchell has any comment.
Please help me, I'm falling.
Pennsylvania, what would the president like to say to the special prosecutor?
Please release me, let me go.
From Little Rock, what did Jackie say when she saw President Nixon?
She said, hello, Patrick Bumpkin.
Nashville writes, Mr. Nixon has many influential friends. What is his attitude towards his best friend, B.B.?
Kiss an angel good morning.
Connecticut, some say the president is stalling. What is he really doing about Watergate?
Making the best of a bad situation.
New York City, what is the president doing right now?
Holding things together.
From Miami, what is the president's planned approach to all of his problems?
One day at a time.
From New Orleans, what does Mr. Nixon expect of his attorney?
Help me make it through tonight.
St. Louis writes, I understand the president has taken to biting his nails. What does he say while doing this?
Dang me. Dang me.
Cleveland wants to know, what is Mrs. Nixon saying to herself about now?
Stop the world and let me off.
Chicago, what does the vice president have to say about Mr. Nixon?
Another man done gone.
Los Angeles writes, what was Mr. Nixon thinking when he sent his personal secretary to testify?
If I sent a rose to you.
From Houston, what does his daughter Patricia have to say about the president?
They don't make 'em like my daddy anymore.
And from Richmond, Mr. Nixon recently left the country. What was the real reason behind his trip?
I'm on the run, the highway is my home.
From Tallahassee, just last night, the president summed up his true feelings in just 3 words. What were they?
Why me, Lord?
Thank you, Talking Jukebox, and good night, America, wherever you are.